Coming up on Jersey Sports Zone, the first two entrants in the 1,000-yard club come from the Shore Conference.
This is Alex Lorenzo in Montvale, St. Joseph Regional and Don Bosco Prep battling down to the wire. Find out how a pair of future Pitt Panthers led the Green Knights to a wild comeback win. All the highlights coming up on Jersey Sports Zone.
Reporting from Blair Academy, I'm Courtney DuPont, where the undefeated Blair Buccaneers took on the also undefeated Hun Raiders. After a first half of not being able to run the ball, the Hun Raiders make some halftime adjustments, and Josh Henderson comes up big in the second half with a few tremendous plays. Highlights coming up on Jersey Sports Zone.
This is Neri Rodriguez in Pemberton, where the Dan Merkel show continues as the Allentown Redbirds soar past the Pemberton Hornets in a passing performance you don't want to miss.
I'm Mike Frankel in Gloucester City, where they say Saturdays are for the Rams. Undefeated Gloucester Catholic at home to take on the Wildwood Warriors. We'll have all the highlights for you coming up in just a bit on JerseySportsZone.com.
Week 5 comes to a close in New Jersey high school football. I'm Rich Krampanis. Thanks so much for logging on to JerseySportsZone.com. In case you missed it on our Friday night highlight show, we had 10 games from around the state, 3 unbelievable finishes in the closing moments. That's what it's all about. We want to get the best games and the best highlights each and every week. So we'll crank up the highlights machine once again. Let's get our statewide coverage started in Montvale, where St. Joe's Regional had a tussle with Don Bosco Prep. Every week we hype up these big games, and every week they meet the hype and then some. St. Joe's coming off a tough loss to Bergen Catholic. They'd have their hands full with a tough Don Bosco team. And look who's there, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights head coach Chris Ash. Plenty of talent that can help his football program. We picked this one up in the opening quarter. 3rd and long for St. Joe's. Nick Patty scrambles, takes a big hit right there from Arsheen Giles. Good job by the Don Bosco defense. St. Joe's forced to punt. In trouble on that punt. It goes back through the end zone for a safety. Don Bosco Prep has a 2-0 lead in the first. Later in the first quarter, St. Joe's with the ball again. Patty brought down. This is Marcellus Erlington with the quarterback sack. Don Bosco takes over on O. And we see Jaquil Batts with the screen pass to Jalen Berger. This sophomore is going to be one player to watch over the next 3 years. He weaves through defenders, 59 yards for Jalen Berger. The Ironmen have a 9-0 lead. St. Joe's will answer back. Nick Patty scrambles. This is a 26-yard gain for Patty. He's ruled down at the 2-yard line. No touchdown, but no worries, because on the next play, Isaiah Hopkinson cashes in from 2 yards out. He's in the zone. We've got a 9-7 game. Don Bosco with a 2-point advantage. St. Joe's driving again before the half. Patty, under pressure, brought down by a host of Ironmen. And so now it's St. Joe's looking to take the lead going into the half. Angelo Guglielmello from 35 yards, no good at the half. Don Bosco with a 9-7 lead. Second half action now. 3rd and 5, the 2 future Pitt Panthers. Nick Patty to Matalimo, 12 yards, move the chains, it's a first down. But this drive would stall thanks to Marcellus Erlington. Watch him rip down Yasir Berry for a loss. Erlington is elite. Whew, that is some defensive player right there. St. Joe's settles for the field goal. Guglielmello from 32 yards, put it on the board. 17-play drive over 8 minutes. The Green Knights have a 10-9 lead. St. Joe's defense gets a stop. They force the Ironmen to punt. But look at this coverage by Don Bosco. Joseph Destro with the tackle on Gavin Sharkey. And Destro was just getting started. We're in the 4th quarter now. It's Patty under pressure, and Destro comes up with the INT. Don Bosco gets great field position, down by 1. And now the Ironman offense goes to work, bats to Jalen Berger. Go and get it. Look at that big-time grab by Berger down at the 10-yard line. Now Don Bosco would get backed up to the 20 after a penalty, but Berger would not be denied. The patience and vision here is marvelous. Berger from 20 yards out. Don Bosco with a 15-10 lead. We've got 7:17 to go in the fourth quarter. So St. Joe's with the ball down by 5. Patty rolls right. He's picked off. That's Jason Haber with the diving INT. Second interception of the fourth quarter for Patty. We've got under 4 minutes to go. Bosco goes back to Berger, and Jalen Berger with a huge first down run right here. And now the St. Joe's defense with the game on the line has to come up big. 3rd and 11. Berger is brought down by Jaden Butka. So Bosco's going to punt it away. Under 2 minutes to go. 15-10 Ironmen. And now Nick Patty goes to work. He steps out of the pocket, fires to Matt Alimo. Clutch. 30-yard gain, and the Green Knights begin to matriculate down the field. And then it's Patty to Farad McCombs over the middle, down at the 32-yard line. The clock is ticking. We're now under a minute to go. So with the game on the line, Nick Patty rolls left, and the sidearm throw to Matt Alimo, 15 yards, 27 seconds to go. It's 16-15 St. Joe's. Patty went 6 of 9 for 80 yards on that drive, and this sidearm throw is big time. Whew, that was some play right there. One of the biggest plays of the entire season. Student section's going nuts, and they should. That is clutch, but there's still some time left on the clock for Bosco. St. Joe's defense forces the fumble. The Green Knights recover. And it's St. Joe's Montvale with a 16-15 final. And you see what it means to this football program. What a fantastic ball game played by both teams. Those highlights were an absolute treat. Nick Patty to Matt Alimo, both committed to the University of Pittsburgh with under a minute to go. That's the difference in the ball game. But what can you say about Nick Patty? Here's a guy who throws 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter, and what the great quarterbacks do, they have that short-term memory. He had one last shot, and he made the most of it. That game-winning drive right there shows why Nick Patty is a major D1 quarterback, and the Pitt Panthers are getting one special playmaker. After the game, our Alex Lorenzo was able to catch up with the dynamic duo, Patty and Alimo, that gave St. Joe's an incredible win.
Thanks a lot, Rich. We saw 2 fourth-quarter interceptions from Nick Patty, but the senior quarterback never wavered, responding with an incredible game-winning touchdown drive in the final minute. And after the game, I caught up with Patty and fellow Pittsburgh commit Matt Alimo.
You know, whenever you're under 2 minutes, you got to keep composed with all your guys, and as the quarterback, you got to keep everyone in check, have them all know what they're doing, and we did a great job of that. You just got to be confident and know you've been in a situation like this before. We practice 2-minute drill every day in practice, so that was something we've done before, and we practiced day in and day out, and it was just somewhat routine for us. It's huge. I mean, our mentality is that we don't lose to 2 teams. We don't lose 2 games in a row. We did everything to follow through with that and keep the St. Joe's tradition going. It was just huge to beat the guys from Ramsey. You know, anytime you beat them, that's a huge win.
Just get the ball, try and catch the ball, get the next play going without wasting too much time. Big win. We knew we needed to get this one for Coach Hoffman, but it's just so satisfying to beat one of our biggest rivals.
Reporting for Jersey Sports Zone, I'm Alex Lorenzo.
Let's go to Sparta, where Paramus Catholic paid a visit to Pope John. Now, we talk so much about these superpower teams. Pope John kind of lying under the radar, but this team is 4-0, and they decided to make a serious statement on Saturday afternoon. And yeah, they came out swinging, this Pope John bunch. They've got a dynamic runner by the name of Burrell Neal, and there he goes. Spin move, well done. 24 yards for Burrell Neal. The Lions are on the board with a 7-0 lead. This Pope John defense is active and pursues the ball well. They've got a great ringleader. This is Nick DiNucci, committed to Boston College. DiNucci with a tackle for loss right there. And then here, you see DiNucci does not get fooled on that read option. Great play by Nick DiNucci right there. 6 minutes to go in the first half. It's a fumble. Pope John's Gio Tricarico comes up with a big fumble recovery right there. And Pope John is going to be able to cash in on that turnover. They go back to Burrell Neal. Good job by that offensive line. A 1-yard score. It's a 14-0 ball game. And another turnover by this Pope John defense. This is a big play right here. It's another fumble. Jordan Francois falls on the loose football. The Lions are in business at the Paramus 45. And they close out the first half in style. It's Terrence Jones from 6 yards out. He is able to stumble his way into the zone at the half. Pope John with a 21-0 lead. They took 2 turnovers and made it into 14 points. Second half, more Pope John D. The pressure by Lewis Montana. Ryan Greenhagen, pick 6. How about that? A 5-yard interception makes it 28-0. Paramus Catholic trying to get something going. Xavier DeVore with a good first down run down to the 6-yard line. And the Paladins are going to get on the board here. They go back to Xavier DeVore. This is a 2-yard touchdown run. We've got a 28-7 game. But Pope John was determined to not make this one a close affair. Harancic with the pass to Samuel Durrell. Look at him escape the tackle right there. You're going to see that on Top Plays on Sunday on JerseySportsZone.com. 65 yards for Samuel Durrell. How about that? We're still in the third quarter. Nick DiNucci continued to play unbelievable here. This, another quarterback sack. Well, Boston College has done a good job of recruiting in North Jersey, and DiNucci is going to be a big, big part of that BC defense down the road. And then in the fourth, this is Tim Fitzpatrick. That is a wonderful interception right there. And the knockout punch comes courtesy of Burrell Neal. See you later. That is some serious wheel work right there. Wow. This game, I would best describe it as an eyebrow raiser. I think everyone around the state is like, whoa, Pope John. The Lions are 5-0, and as you saw in the highlights, they are very much the real deal. 43-7 winners over a solid Paramus Catholic squad. Neal had 3 touchdowns. You saw them all, 6 carries for 91 yards. Nick DiNucci on defense, and that Pope John defense was able to create numerous turnovers, and they were the catalyst in a very big statement win as the Lions top Paramus Catholic 43-7 is your final. Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of the Hun School is being brought to you by Princeton Orthopedic Associates.
2 undefeated schools, the Hun Raiders and the Blair Buccaneers, battle it out this evening to see who would remain undefeated after tonight. Jumping right into the opening drive, Hun is really unable to get the ball moving down the field. They'd be forced to punt on 4th down, and it's blocked by Blair, who's coming out hot, takes over on the Hun 3. Early in the first quarter, QB keeper from Thomas Jenkins, 3-yard touchdown with a missed field goal. That makes it 6-0 Bucks as they shock Hun with an early score. But Hun would be quick to answer. 5 to go in the first quarter, and Hun scores an easy touchdown with Josh Henderson. He goes 2 yards into the end zone and ties it up 6-6. Hun getting the ball back as we wind down the first quarter. Patrick Hawley with a 20-yard pass to Brendan Ekwagala. Hun gets down to the Blair 17. And the drive continues as Hun tries to run the ball again, but Henderson is shut down by number 71, David Ajabo, for a loss of 1 yard. But here comes Hawley's bread and butter. He throws up a perfect spiral to Preston Pearsons. A 19-yard touchdown puts Hun up 12-6 after a failed 2-point conversion. But with less than a minute left in the half, Blair was not backing down. Jenkins with another QB keeper at the 13. He gets into the end zone and ties this one up at 12. 30 seconds to go in the first half, and Hun is looking to sneak in one more score. Hawley launches up another pass looking for Ekwagalu, but it's intercepted by DJ Pearson. Tremendous defensive play. Blair gets the ball on the 40. Building some momentum now, Jenkins with a beautiful throw to Taheem Crocker gets the first down, and Blair gets down to the Hun 12. And here we go, Jenkins shooting for the end zone in this final play before the half, throws a bullet, but it's picked off by Josh Henderson, who takes the ball for a 94-yard pick six for Hun as they go up 19-12 at the half. Josh Henderson showing some emotions down there in the end zone. Second half, 1:30 left in the third quarter, and Hawley does what he does best. Throws up a 45-yard touchdown pass to David Ekwagalu to make it 26-12 Raiders. Hun going for another touchdown pass, but wait, Cody Romano comes up with the pick, and he's going all the way to the house. Or at least that's what we all thought. Refs say he stepped out at the 5-yard line, and that's where Blair would pick up. No worries, though. Here comes Jenkins with yet again another QB keeper. He stretches the 5 yards into the end zone and makes it 26-18 with Hun still leading. 7 minutes left in the game. Hun wants to stretch their lead, so yes, they go to Henderson once again. He goes 15 yards in for his third touchdown of the night. It's 33-18 Raiders. But Blair Academy, showing a lot of heart tonight, comes back with another touchdown pass, this time to number 4, to Sean Brinston. The Buccaneers are closing the gap. It's 33-26 Hun after a successful 2-point conversion. And here comes the onside kick. Goes 10 yards, perfectly executed and recovered by number 3, Willie Kaiser. Blair first down on the Hun 45. But here comes the game ender. Jenkins with the handoff. The ball comes loose, and it's a scramble for possession. It would be number 30 of Hun, Adrian Blanchard-Cole, who comes up with it, and that would be the end of the game. This back and forth battle is over. Final, Hun 33, Blair 26. What a battle that was, with Hun remaining undefeated while Blair takes their first loss. Josh Henderson with 3 touchdowns tonight, and Harvard-bound QB Patrick Hawley contributes 2 touchdown passes of his own to this win. After the game, I got a chance to catch up with Henderson and Hawley.
They were driving on us on defense. We called a timeout, got a little hype. The interception kind of happened. I saw the wide receiver go to the flat route. We've been practicing that all week. I've been waiting for it. You never underestimate a team. Blair's always been pretty good. They brought the best out of us today. We were sloppy. We have a lot of stuff to work on. I think we're only going to get better. This game really proves that we have to stay together. You can never fall short. You can never doubt yourself or your teammates. So that's what this game did.
That kid's a heck of a player. I mean, I think he's the best. He might be the best player in New Jersey, to be honest. I mean, that guy, he's just something special. Every game he just gets better and better. And first half we couldn't really run the ball a ton. We weren't really getting much push up front. And then the second half we started getting a little movement. Guys started doing their assignments, and running backs started running hard. And we just picked it up in the second half. We had to run the ball a little bit more. It's a good feeling. I'm not used to losing. We didn't lose last year, and hoping not to lose this year.
That was a tremendous defensive effort by Blair Academy, but Hun runs away with this one. Reporting from Blair Academy, I'm Courtney DuPont, and you're watching Jersey Sports Zone.
Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of Keensburg is being brought to you by BCB Bayshore, your community bank. Let's head over to the Shore Conference for a serious shootout. Point Pleasant Beach had a 29-26 lead on the Titans at the half. Danny Vitale had 3 first-half passing touchdowns, and the points kept on coming in the second. Here's Vitale over the middle to Liam Reeks. And Reeks gets a big first down to the Point Beach 40-yard line. 4 plays later, the Titans take the lead. Jashawn Martin on the jet sweep. This is determination. He's in the zone. A 9-yard scoring play, 32-29. Keensburg goes up 3. There were so many points, but you did see some good defensive plays. Hunter McDonald had a day. This is his 2nd interception of the game. But Keensburg couldn't cash in on that turnover. And now Point Beach on 4th down turns to Luke Frauenheim. Move the chains to the 47-yard line, and 8 plays later, Frauenheim. Looks like he's in, just short though at the 1-yard line. This is a 64-yard drive. It took up 5.5 minutes, capped off by John Nista. Nista puts Point Beach in front, 36-32, heading into the fourth quarter. And in the fourth, Vital throws a beautiful ball right there. It's Paul Eckelberry hauling it in. He's 6'6". You can't teach that. 19-yard gain on third down. 3 plays later, Vital to Jashawn Martin. Go and get it in stride. Beautiful scoring play. 46 yards, 39-36. The lead is back up to 3 for Keensburg. Point Beach would give Keensburg the ball at the 27. And here, it's Vital. It's kind of like a Cam Newton type. And his Twitter handle is Cam Vital. I get it. Vital played awesome in this game. And now the give is to Liam Reeks. We slow it down for you. He's in the zone. That's beautiful. 14 yards, 45-36. Keensburg has the lead with 7:49 to go. Got to give a lot of credit to Point Beach. They kept on battling. Frauenheim with a first down carry down the sideline. And watch out, managers. Always got to keep your head on a swivel on the sidelines. Nice play there. 5 plays later, here's Frauenheim. This time he's going to throw it, and it's a deep ball. Josh Yates. Ooh, that's pretty right there. 30 yards. We got a 45-43 game, and there's still 5:38 to go in the football game. But Vital just kept on moving this offense in so many different ways. What a game for Danny Vital. He found Martin there for a 25-yard game. Jashawn Martin stepped up big. And then from the 11-yard line, it's Vital keeping it himself. Danny Vital in the zone. That's his 5th touchdown of the afternoon. 4 through the air, 1 on that big run to make it 51-43. But Point Beach just won't go away. They're putting together one last drive. Frauenheim scrambling. And he's going to pay the price as he gets knocked out of bounds and ouch, into the fence. Frauenheim's a tough customer. He gets right back up, 2:25 to go. The play of the game comes here. 2nd down, Frauenheim to the air, picked off by Patrick Edwards. And Edwards is motoring. 53-yard gain down to the 12-yard line. And that right there seals the deal. The Keensburg Titans with a 51-43 win over Point Pleasant Beach. What a football game in Keensburg, and a 2-game winning streak for head coach John Bird and his program. They beat Pinelands last week, and now they turn around and get a B Central win. Danny Vital had 388 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, as well as that touchdown run that sealed the deal in the fourth quarter. How about this? The Titans captured their first divisional win since 2012 and their first division win against a public school since 2009. We said it last week, we'll reiterate it again. The tide is turning at Keensburg. John Bird has got these kids playing inspired football. What a fantastic story. RJ Cook got post-game reaction as Keensburg wins by 8 over the Garnet Gulls.
Well, basically, like our coach says, do our 111th, and we just gotta work. And if we want it, we gotta do what we gotta do. And like as y'all seen, we did what we had to do and got that dub. Truthfully, I knew we were able to win this game, and I couldn't think, I didn't think my line, everybody, receivers. It's just that, I don't know, we just had a good, I don't know. I can't even explain it right now. I'm sorry, but it was working.
I think it's getting us back to where Keensburg wants to be, to the days when this was the norm. And that's what we've spoken about a lot for the last couple of years, is getting back to this. So hopefully this is just a step in the right direction.
Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of Lakewood is being brought to you by the law firm of Michael Inselbuck. Another wild shootout in the Shore, Lakewood hosting Lacey. The Jones twins do it all the time on the zone. This is Zaire to Jair, 36-yard gain, and Lakewood is on the move. Here, Jones with the pass off to Drayton Bonaparte. That's a 19-yard gain down to the 1-yard line, and it would lead to this. They give it back to Drayton Bonaparte up the middle. He burrows his way into the paint. 7-0 Lakewood. Give credit to Lacey. This was a back-and-forth affair. They battled hard. The Lions defense comes up with a fumble here. And then we see Colton Kloss and the Lacey offense go to work. Kloss with the pass to Tanner Mick, and Mick shakes some tackles. Tanner Mick with a 49-yard gain. He's down at the 1-yard line. And then Lacey would answer with Jason Giresi from short range. Up and over. He's in the zone. Extra point, no good. Lakewood with a 7-6 lead. And this game really had a lot of explosive playmaking, and Zaire Jones was usually at the center of it. Look at Jones showing that dual threat ability. That's a 21-yard run on 4th down, and it sets the stage for Sincere Moore. That's a 66-yard touchdown. Zaire Jones with a TD pass. It's 21-6. Lakewood has a 2-score lead. But Lacey had that resiliency on Saturday afternoon. Colton Kloss to Tanner Mick. Another big play for Mick, a 43-yard gain, and it would lead to this. Kloss to Corey Gudzak as time expires in the first half. That's a big touchdown for Lacey. They're in it, 21-13. The Lions down 8 at the half. This game had so many twists and turns. On the first play of the third quarter, from scrimmage, Zaire Jones does it all. 32-yard pick six. Lakewood goes back up 14, 27-13. But I'll tell you what, this Colton Kloss has a lot of guts. Here he finds Giresi. Jason Giresi picks up 27 yards here. And it would lead to this. Kloss to another Gudzak. This is Cole Gudzak. 27-yard touchdown. We got a 27-21 game. Lakewood leads by 6 in the third. And now Kloss on the move. Kloss, Colton Kloss, that's a big run right here. 61 yards for Colton Kloss all the way down to the 11-yard line. And it would lead to this. Gudzak finds Paydirt from 2 yards out. We've got a 27-27 ball game. And now it's Lakewood trying to recover after blowing a 14-point lead. Zaire Jones. Oh my, this is a 44-yard gallop for the Piners QB. Fourth quarter now, same drive. Jones is so elusive, and if he doesn't see an open receiver, he knows what to do. A 27-yard run here. And this drive is capped off when Zaire Jones coming right at you. He just strolls and high steps it into the zone. 14 yards for Zaire Jones. 33-27. Lakewood is up 6. We fast forward to under a minute to go. The big play comes here. Colton Kloss to Ryan Kilmurray. Wow, 37 yards. We have 56 seconds to go. Lacey has a 34-33 lead. Still time on the clock for Zaire Jones to pull off a last-second thriller. And Jones scrambling to Drayton Bonaparte. 19-yard gain to midfield, 46 seconds to go. Then Zaire to Jair, 25-yard gain. Lakewood is on the doorstep, but Greg Chadwick saves the day for Lacey. With 17 seconds to go, it's Chadwick with that interception inside the 5-yard line, and the Lacey Lions win a thriller. 34-33 is your final. Awesome highlights from Ryan Olson. Colton Kloss and company come back from 14 down in the second half and pull off a tremendous win. Wow, that was a fun game. That's what we do. We bring these cameras, and almost every time the kids, doesn't matter where it is in the state, they provide a great show. What a football game, a real treat to watch. And after the game, our Ryan Olson was able to get post-game reaction from Greg Chadwick, whose interception gave the Lions their third win of 2017.
Ryan Olson here with Jersey Sports Zone. I got Greg Chadwick, game-winning diving interception. Just take me back to that play, bud, to seal the game for your team.
Well, they ran in the beginning of the game, so I thought I knew it, so I just tried jumping the route, and it happened. Watched them go out for the out. I just cut it off. Just dove for the ball, hope for the best.
Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of Manalapan and Colts Neck is being brought to you by Hit Training. Let's go to Colts Neck, where Manalapan paid a visit to the Cougars. Naeem Mayfield looking to be the first player in New Jersey to reach the 1,000-yard mark. Colts Neck with their opening drive. Joey Lombardo looking to his brother Anthony. Samir Blacknall, Dale Siskowski team up on a third down stop. So the Braves get the ball near midfield. And Luke Corcione finds Scott Scherzer camping over the middle. Look at Scherzer with the yards after the catch. 23-yard gain down to the 20-yard line. 2 plays later, Manalapan sniffing the end zone. Corcione rolls out on the play action, turns on the Jets. It's a close call, but the refs put him down at the 1-yard line. That's okay, because in short yardage, this fullback, Chris Maximic, is money. That offensive line made it an easy stroll to the zone for Maximic. 7-0 Braves in front. On the ensuing kickoff, a real bright spot for the Cougars is Joey Moriello. He is a dangerous return man. Here he maneuvers his way through traffic. A 38-yard gain for Joey Moriello. But Colts Neck would go 3 and out, but they would get a break on this punt. After bouncing downfield, it hits off of Josh Schoenhaus. Derek Victor falls on the loose football. Great awareness there. So now Colts Neck has it at the 27-yard line. On 4th down, the Cougars go for it. Lombardo's pass broken up by Tommy Pierce. So Manalapan takes over at the 19-yard line. The Braves defense buckles down nicely. Now Corcione goes back to work. He finds Samir Blacknall, who makes the grab and then works his way across the middle. Looks like a short gain. He gets past 3 defenders, and Samir Blacknall picks up a big gainer to the 44-yard line. 2 plays later, Manalapan breaks this one open, and it's the Naeem Mayfield show. Where is he? There he is. Goodbye. 56 yards for Naeem Mayfield. It's 14-0 Manalapan in front. You get so caught up in the Naeem Mayfield highlights, don't forget about how good this Manalapan defense is. This Tommy Pierce can go. Here he is with the INT. Great play by Tommy Pierce. And with good field position, you give it back to Naeem Mayfield on the pitch. And look at the little juke move right there. Naeem Mayfield finds pay dirt again. And yes, indeed, Naeem Mayfield topples the 1,000-yard mark. 42-8 is your final. There are the numbers on Naeem Mayfield. 13 carries, 215 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's the first 1,000-yard rusher in the state of New Jersey, and he did it in only 5 games. He comes out of Week 5 with 75 carries, 1,137 rushing yards, 19 touchdowns, and we're only at the halfway mark. Manalapan is now 5-0 on the season, and get ready for next week when the Howell Rebels pay a visit to Manalapan. That will be a big-time heavyweight matchup. Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of Monroe High School is being brought to you by Princeton Orthopedic Associates. Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of Freehold Borough is being brought to you by Hit Training. Hey, let's fire up the band in Freehold. Freehold Borough with a 28-0 lead late in the first quarter against Monroe. And we see the Colonials defense shine here. That's Connor Bennett, a sophomore, coming up with the sack right there. Now, Burrow gets the ball back at the 37 on the next drive, and even without Ashanti Worthy in the game, you're still able to move the ball. Matt Da Silva in at QB, takes it to midfield. Nice job. Then it's Da Silva on the design keeper. Look at Matt Da Silva working the Freehold Borough offense. Now, Ashanti Worthy took just a bit of a breather, and one of the state's most dangerous players comes back in, and he makes an impact right away. He finds Quincy Davis down to the 1-yard line, and on the next play, you know who's getting the ball. Ashanti Worthy from short range. No problem. That's a touchdown. That made it 35-0. It's his 5th touchdown of the first half. Yeah, we've told that story a time or two this season. On Burrow's next drive, another big play. How about Matt DeSilva with the INT? So Matt DeSilva really stepped up in this game. And Freehold Burrow in complete control. It's Worthy with his 6th touchdown of the first half. The spin move gets him into the zone. And a little bit of tempers flaring, but that's because Freehold Burrow was able to put up a crooked number in the first half. That made it 42-0, and Freehold Burrow goes on to a 56-14 win over Monroe. Ashanti Worthy in limited duty was 5 of 6 through the air for 3 touchdown passes and 110 yards, and he ran for 126 yards on just 5 carries and 3 more TDs. So a 6 touchdown day for Ashanti Worthy. But get this, Ashanti Worthy has accounted for 23 touchdowns, 950 yards passing, 1,036 rushing. So he's at 1986. Midway through the season. Wow. And Ashanti Worthy has no signs of slowing down. Next week, Burrow will look to get to the 500 mark when they take on winless Colts Neck. It's Freehold Burrow with a 56-14 win over Monroe. Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of Raritan is being brought to you by BCB Bayshore, your community bank. In Tinton Falls, Raritan coming off a big win last week, their first of the season against Donovan Catholic. It's the Rockets taking on 4-1 Monmouth Regional. And what a start for Raritan. That's Mike Fiore up the middle. The Rockets take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. And a big storyline was the Raritan defense. They were able to create 4 turnovers in the first half, all fumbles. The Rockets get the recovery here at the 17, but they couldn't get any points off this turnover. So it's 6-0 Raritan at the end of 1, and in the second, huge play here. Ian Fitzgerald looks like he's going to be sacked. So instead of being down at the 18-yard line, Ian Fitzgerald takes it the other way. Huge run all the way down to the 32, and now Monmouth is on the move. Pretty wild play here. Fitzgerald's going to toss it up. It goes off of Devin Johnson's hands, his head, and into the arms of Ricky Voss. The flag was for defensive pass interference. Voss wants a touchdown, but they mark him down at the 1. That was the right call. But on the very next play, Voss would get in the end zone from a yard out. Short TD run for Ricky Voss. The Falcons take a 7-6 lead. And Ricky Voss really came to play on Saturday on homecoming for Monmouth Regional. Here on the defensive side of the ball, he gets the quarterback sack at the half. The Falcons with a 1-point lead at 7-6. Third quarter, this play was critical. Raritan punting. Ian Reif fields it at his own 14. He escapes that first tackler, and look at Ian Reif go. 86 yards on the punt return. Monmouth Regional takes a 13-6 lead. In the fourth quarter, Raritan's Mike Fiore looks like he's got the game-tying touchdown, but a TD-saving tackle by Andrew Facone. Take a look at this. Facone gets just a little piece, and that turns the entire tide. Instead of 13-13, Monmouth Regional's defense gets feisty. Nason Brown with the quarterback sack. And Devin Johnson is able to give some critical insurance late in the fourth quarter. This field goal from 30 yards is good to go. And that's how this game ends. The Monmouth Regional Falcons are 5-1 on the season. A hard-fought 16-6 win over Raritan. Eli Reif's 86-yard punt return in the third quarter was a monster play, and it's rare for a team to turn the ball over 5 times and still figure out a way to win. Give great credit to Larry Nakota. He has got the Falcons getting W's week in and week out. Next week, Monmouth heads to Red Bank Regional. That'll be a good ball game. It's the Falcons by 10 over Raritan to get to 5-1 in 2017. Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of Allentown is being brought to you by Princeton Orthopedic Associates.
Thanks, Rich. This week when we met up with Coach Graber, he was not particularly happy with Allentown's defense. The Redbirds gave up 31 points to Hopewell Valley. This week they were able to keep it in single digits, and Dan Merkel found himself a new emerging star that made for video game results. Allentown visiting Pemberton, final homecoming game for the seniors. Hornets loving their new breast cancer awareness unis. Opening kickoff. Week 1 game ball winner DJ Marigold gives the Hornets good field position to start their drive. Third play of the game, quarterback Octavius Sharkey drops back looking for his man, and Sadiq Queen eats it up for an early INT. He got the ball on defense, why not give it to him on offense? Sadiq Queen on the big reception from freshman Dan Merkel. That's why he took home a game ball last week, and Allentown jumps out to a 7-0 lead early. Queen would get another interception following the kickoff, and the Redbirds get to the red zone. Xavier Harris decides to go wholesale and cut out the quarterback as he takes the direct snap for the touchdown to make it 14-0 with 6:46 to go in the first. Hornets unable to get their offense going, so Isaiah Studevant picks up the sack for a loss of yards. Same drive, new quarter. Dan Merkel hits Xavier Harris, who will score his second touchdown of the game with 10 remaining in the second. Redbirds knocking on the door once again after an unsuccessful Pemberton series. And this time it's Rashawn Emery with the gimme one more chance effort. And on the next touch, it's Emery once again as he goes Swayze to make it a 34-point lead. Hornets trying to get something going before halftime. And Sharkey throws it to Ty Sheen Williams, who's going to take this one in for 6 with 32 seconds left. They would go for 2 and get it. Sadiq Queen for Allentown would be ejected though, following an altercation after the play. Freshman sensation Dan Merkel has been putting in work for Allentown all season long. Couple of touchdown throws in the first 2 quarters, and this run to begin the half. Opening drive of the third, and Merkel walks it in for a rushing touchdown this time to make it 41-8. Merkel slinging that thing like it's going out of style, and it's Xavier Harris once again, who must have ate some get-off-me sauce at breakfast as he scores his third touchdown with ease to wrap it up. 48-8 is your final. Dan Merkel and the air raid attack that is Allentown get the job done once again to improve to 4-1. Afterwards, we caught up with our stars of the game and head coach Jay Graber on their keys to success.
It's all the linemen. My receivers, Rasan, it's everybody around me. I'm not doing that much. They're doing everything for me, and they're just making me look good.
I don't even know. Last game I didn't play as much because I was out with a concussion, and then this game I had a little chip on my shoulder. I'm like, Sadiq had 287 something yards. I'm like, I gotta get him. I was like, I gotta catch him. So that was basically my memo.
Just to try to execute as best we can on offense, try to play with a lot of pace, and then defensively we really wanted to stuff the run. They have a couple really good linemen, so we want to try to stuff the run. I think that our guys came out and played a lot better than last week. I think that we played with a little bit of a chip on our shoulder, and we wanted to get to 4-1.
Allentown will take on their toughest task of the season so far as they prepare for St. Joseph Hamilton next week. For Jersey Sports Zone, I'm Neri Rodriguez.
I'm SNJ Today's Mike Frankel for JerseySportsZone.com in Gloucester City, where what a difference a couple of seasons make. The Gloucester Catholic Rams stuck in a 25-game losing streak a couple of years back, but after a winning campaign in 2016, the Rams off to a perfect 3-0 start here in 2017, and at home today to take on the Wildwood Warriors. First quarter and Gloucester Catholic is in the red zone. Deshaun Harris fights through the contact and plunges in for a 5-yard touchdown. And just like that, the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Later in the first, Gloucester Catholic trying to go to the air this time, but Wildwood freshman Greg Mitchell leaps in the end zone and picks off the pass. The Warriors only dressing 16 players for this game, but hanging in early as best they can. Back to the ground game on the next attack for the Rams. The pitch goes to the sophomore Harris, and he scoots in for another score, a 15-yard touchdown run to make it 15-0 Gloucester Catholic. We're still in the first when Matt Gray gets the football on the jet sweep. No room on the right, so he bounces it back to the left. And Matt Gray is gone. How about a 60-yard touchdown run from the senior? It's all Gloucester Catholic as the Rams lead 22-0 after 1 quarter of play. Then in the second quarter, the Rams really start to pull away. Danny DeAngelis rolls to his right, fires a pass out to DeJuan Vallis. Vallis with the leaping catch, and he's in there, a 30-yard strike as the Rams roll. 61-8 the final as Gloucester Catholic stays undefeated at 4-0. Wildwood falls to 0-5. Paulsboro at home to take on Haddon Township. The Red Raiders, the defending South Jersey Group 1 champs, off to a 3-0 start this season. First quarter, a Duron Holloway run sets up the Red Raiders at the 1-yard line, and Holloway finishing the job from there. The senior gives Paulsboro a 7-0 lead. Holloway, a threat to score from anywhere on the field. Later in the first, he avoids a tackle in the backfield, navigates through some more traffic, and hits the open field. Duron Holloway in there again, this time from 39 yards out to make it a 14-0 game. Third Paulsboro possession, and guess who? Holloway with the 5-yard scamper in for the score. 3 Duron Holloway touchdowns spot the Red Raiders a 21-zip advantage. And the senior is not done yet. We're still in the first quarter here, folks, and Holloway scores another touchdown, an 11-yard run to put Paulsboro in cruise control, 28-0. Second quarter, and Tahir Dowd gets in on the act. The junior with a nifty run for a 5-yard touchdown. Dowd makes it 35-0 at the half, 49-0 the final. Paulsboro stays hot to improve to 4-0, heading into a key showdown with Haddonfield next week. The Hawks of Haddon Township fall to 1-3. I'm Mike Frankel for JerseySportsZone.com.
We hope you come back to JerseySportsZone.com on Sunday. A chance for you to vote for the top play captured by our cameras. Oh, this reel is going to be off the charts. We've got some unbelievable plays. The winner of that poll, which stays open until Tuesday, will get an invite to our statewide football banquet coming up in December in Woodbridge. And we also go through all the box scores and give top performers and put them up for one of our Jersey Sports Zone game balls. We give out 4 game balls a week from each part of the state. Come out and cast your vote and honor great performances from New Jersey high school football. For our team at Jersey Sports Zone, I'm Rich Krampanis. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next weekend with incredible high school football action right here on JerseySportsZone.com. Want to see highlights and features from your favorite school? Jersey Sports Zone is entirely supported by our great sponsors. Email marketing@JerseySportsZone.com to get your business in front of our loyal audience and highlights from your hometown.